Let's get you some breaking news now on the UK data front. Average weekly earnings come in at 3.2%. Now, that's a rise above. Last month, the 3 months number came in at 2.7%, so 3.2%. Mark, break these numbers down for us, will you?
Fastest pace in more than 5 years. That's the biggie, Manus. Total pay, as you said, 3.2%. Average weekly earnings in the 3 months through May. Quickest pace in more than 5 years. And that may reinforce growing expectations within the Bank of England, Manus, that we might need a rate hike. So average weekly earnings, 3.2% in the 3 months. Prior to that, it was an increase of 2.7%. Weekly earnings, excluding bonuses, up by 2.8% from 2.7% in the previous period. The unemployment rate has just inched higher, Manus, to 5.6% from 5.5%. And interestingly, jobless claims have actually risen rather than declined by 9,000. They've risen by 7,000. But the big news here is the total pay rising by the most in 5 years in those 3 months through May by 3.2%, adding to the noise yesterday from the Governor of the Bank of England, Mark Cranny, who, of course, when he was speaking to UK lawmakers, said the time for a rate hike is moving closer. And it wasn't only Mark Cranny, Manus, was it? David Miles also spoke. He said the time to start normalisation is soon. That's not something to shrink from. Don't forget, we have had two policymakers who, of course, have warned there's a risk that average earnings will accelerate markedly. That's McCafferty. Martin Wheel has talked about a fizzing labour market as well. So it's definitely a crescendo that's building within the MPC for a rate hike sooner rather than later. And if he needed evidence of that, strongest total pay in 5 years. That's the data of the day, Manus.